Karina Star Tarot, Aries. This is your pick a pile reading. Choose pile A, B or C. Choose the one that you're most drawn to. So without further ado, let's begin. So I've already pre-shuffled all the decks and laid out the cards to save time. And just a quick reminder to like this video if you enjoy it. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Karina Star Tarot. Remember, the subscriptions are free. Also, I'm trying to reach a target of 1,000 subscribers, so I can really do with your support, guys. Really appreciate you trying to help me there. Also, if you're interested in purchasing a private reading from me or donating to this channel, could do with your support in both of those areas as well. So if you would consider it, I would be very grateful to you. Much love and light to you. Also, cross watchers are welcome to join this reading. So we're starting off with pile A, for those of you that pick pile A. So let's begin your reading. So Aries, you're starting off with the Seven of Cups. So I think that in mid-June to mid-July, I feel that there's going to be a bit of temptation presenting itself to you. I feel that maybe you might be a bit worried about this offer, this tempting offer. It might be to do with someone from your past that's trying to worm their way, should I say, back into your life with they've just got the gift of words, I'd say, you know, with sweet talking you, you know. And I think you have to be careful for what you wish for, Aries, most definitely. Be careful of this temptation, because, you know, you might find yourself with a lot of temptations. You know, the temptation, I feel this card, you know, does speak about temptation from all different areas. Could be a temptation to overspend, you know, and maybe you have to think about whether this is just an illusion, really. This is not a reality. Maybe you're creating illusions, living in a dream world. Not to be horrible about it, but, you know, I think deep down you know that some of your dreams are probably too good to be true. There's nothing wrong with having dreams, goals and desires, but they have to be achievable, realistic, and maybe there are perhaps too many options presenting themselves. Maybe you find it all a bit too confusing. Maybe you're living in fear of missing out on these things. Fear of making the wrong choice might be also part of all of this, you know. Because, like I said, you have one particularly tempting offer, someone that you might have a bit of a weakness for. And you definitely like having your luxuries in life. And you're tempted to just go for these things. But whether further down the line in the future, they will still be in your life, still benefiting you, you know, it is the big question, really. And Cups is water energy, so you could be dealing with Pisces, Cancer or Scorpio. Then the next card you have is the Knight of Wands. So this could be the temptation that is presenting itself to you. You might be someone, like I said, that you have known before. Quite a few of you seem to have exes from the past that want to come back. This person might not want to come back to you in a permanent way, just like revisit the past with you, Perhaps they're reminiscing as well. But they do have a big ego and do a bit overconfidence attached to it. They do think they can just click their fingers and you'll come rushing back, because it's like they almost know or feel that they're too hard to resist. Yes, they've got a very inflated ego, and they know that they can just pick you up and put you down whenever they please. But maybe they don't know you as well as they think they know you, because I feel that you have seen through this person. You know, you've awakened to these emotional games this person's playing, this manipulation that this person engages in with you. And you know, your mind's made up about something, you know. I mean, I'd say that you are strong-headed and strong-willed, but I do still feel that there is a temptation. This person could find a way back in. So I think that the struggle that you're having is with yourself, within yourself, and one's is fire energy, so Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius you could be dealing with. Then the next card you have is the Princess of Cups. The beautiful Princess of Cups, or the handsome Princess of Cups, because remember, these cards, although it's represented by a female and it says the Princess of Cups, this could be the energy that either you're in, whether you're male or female. It doesn't matter. It's the energy you're in. But you are very intuitive. And maybe you haven't been listening to your intuition, you know. I do get the feeling that you are a very spiritual, creative, inspiring type of person when you put your mind to it, and you're very open to new experiences. And yes, you're used to keeping, as an Aries, a lid, a control of your emotions, but with the right person you can be very open with your emotions. Your insights, I think, can be subtle or extreme. I think you can go from one extreme to the other, most definitely. Maybe you might be seeing synchronicity within your life at the moment, repeating patterns or symbols, you know, like numbers repeating themselves, 111, 222, 333. They have meanings, you know, significant meanings. And maybe it's worth noting them, you know, storing them in the back of your mind. But the card does encourage you to allow your emotions and expressions to flow freely in a balanced way that serves your best interests. And this will enable you to get the answers that you seek, okay? And maybe avoid that temptation of just running away from your problems when the going gets tough. Just face up to them and sort them out once and for all, so that they don't keep coming back around to haunt you. And Cups is Pisces energy, or can be Cancer and Scorpio. And the next card you have is the Knight of Pentacles. So, Knight of Pentacles, I think this can have several possibilities for those of you out there that are perhaps looking for new love. This could be new love coming into you for some of you Pisces who are single. It might be a bit slow to come to you, because I do feel that this is the type of person that doesn't rush into things and likes to really think things through. Perhaps is very methodical and practical in their approach. This person is a very reliable person, and once they set their heart on someone and they have that person that they want, you'll find that they're extremely trustworthy and are very patient and very loyal, very practical and grounded and down to earth. So there is safety you know, and security with this person. I feel that this person does pay a lot of attention to small details. You know, people like you, such as you being an Aries, could find this a little bit irritating. You know, you're a person of action, and maybe for those of you that perhaps know that this person's interested in you, feel that there is a bit of a frustration around this, you know, saying, when's this person going to make a move? You know, should I give this person a helping hand? But there's part of you that thinks that things should flow a bit more naturally, allow things to develop at a different pace, you know, at their own pace. You know, you're battling with yourself over this. But I feel that, you know, it could be someone that, you know, melts your heart in the end once you get to know this person. Or it could be for some of you that you want something that's a bit more fast-paced in your life, you know. But it all depends, I suppose, on your situation. This also could imply that for some of you that there perhaps is money coming into you. So Pentacles is about your money as well. So you could have some money coming into you for some of you lucky Arians out there. And the next card you have, you've got a Major Arcana card, the Chariot. So with the Chariot, I feel that you are going to show some initiative in this situation, take some control of your life, I think. Like you do want to move forward and meet new people and maybe experience new love interests. I feel that some of you have definitely awoken to perhaps your past, the people that, you know, that past temptation, and maybe want to move on from that. Perhaps the time that's elapsed between this person trying has been too long. You know, what with the self-isolation, you know, that kind of imposed self-isolation, I feel that perhaps it's been beneficial to you in some way. It's really allowed you to look at things really clearly and get some clarity in your head that you know that this isn't right for you, and it's taught you how to not be with this person, be without this person, and you realise that you can be without this person, that you don't need this person to keep coming in and out of your life, that you're worth more than this. It's a very positive card because you're very determined. This card can also speak about you meeting someone new, and it's definitely on the cards for some of you out there with the Knight of Pentacles. So I'd say that it's a good indication of a positive outcome for you in the end. Definitely. So let's have a little look at the romance angels and see what they have to add to your reading. So yes, you got new love. It says a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So yes, there is someone that's caught your eye for some of you. Some of you find it a bit frustrating because this person is not a person to be rushed. You know, you want this person to make the move, you know. You want this person to show some initiative. You like that in a person. But you, at the same time, perhaps are being a bit cautious because you don't really want to scare this person off by being too forceful, by rushing things, you know, because you know that love is worth waiting for, that true love is worth waiting for, I think. Then your next card is Deception. It says someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. So yes, I think some of you find that yes, there is deception in your midst, and it could involve this past person for some of you. This Knight of Wands, this person that thinks they can just come in and out of your life when they feel like it, you know, feed you loads of, you know, tall tales, you know, make any excuse out, you know, under the sun. You know, they could probably write a book, They've made up so many excuses. This person's never really, I think, been authentic with you, really genuine with you, really expressed how they truly feel. You know, it's almost like part of them is afraid to face the truth, you know, in this situation, that they run away from anything that starts to get too serious. But I think you've opened your eyes, some of you. You know that this person is not being true to themselves, let alone true to you. And you know that this person perhaps is not capable of being loyal to you, that this person has played around on you, and that most of the excuses you've seen right through. You've maybe tolerated it in the past and just let it slide because of the way you feel about this person. You know, that temptation, like I said, is very strong for some of you, and some of you might still, regardless of this, allow this person back into your life because the pull is strong for some of you. It might be a physical attraction, definitely, for some of you. Some of you, I think that there's a whole package there that you're fascinated, you know. Maybe you just like bad boys or bad girls, whatever your case may be, you know. It's just, or maybe you like the challenge, but I feel that if it's been some time that this has been happening to you, like over past few years, they're never likely to change. You know, if they haven't changed, or you know, already, you're not likely to make someone be something they can't be. So I think some of you perhaps already know this is true and have moved on, or are going to move on, most definitely. So I wish you all the luck in the world, Aries. So that was Pick a Pile reading A. So for those of you who picked Pile B, stay tuned for Pile B. And before you go, just one last reminder, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, and please, I would really appreciate your support. Subscribe to my channel. Show that you care. Give me some love. Thank you. Hello, welcome to Karina Star Tarot. So this is for a reading for the people that picked Pile B. So remember that I've already pre-shuffled the decks, and also cross-watchers are welcome to join this reading, Aries. And just a quick reminder, if you like this video, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Really could do with your support, guys, on getting my subscriptions up, and I'm wanting to reach a target of 1,000 subscribers, so I would really appreciate any support you can give me there. Thanks a lot. So I think we're ready to begin. So the first card up is the Nine of Wands. So I think that you may have been, or are actually, perhaps this is happening to you now, but it could be something that happens to you from mid-June to mid-July. But I think in the workplace, you perhaps are having some disagreements with people in your workplace. Maybe there's been a falling out of something, of some kind, I think, for some of you. And I think that you're wondering how you can sort this situation out, how you can come to some sort of compromise with this person without things getting more out of hand. You know, you are a person that can speak your mind and speak frankly, and you're definitely capable of standing up for yourself and standing your ground. And you're not a pushover, you're no pushover, but this is a daily struggle. It's you know, take 2 steps forward and then you find yourself 3 steps back. It's kind of like, so you find yourself wondering whether your future is still, you know, secure in the place, in your workplace, whether this is where whether that's where you want to be or stay. You're weighing up all your options. You know, you're wondering how you can proceed, you know, what to do. You know, you want to move forward, you want to progress, but you don't know how really to work this situation out with. This could be one person that you've fallen out with, it could be a group of people, maybe it's disagreements over the work that you're doing. It could be that there's personal issues that have caused these arguments, these disputes, because I feel that there are some of you that do socialise with your work colleagues outside of work. And wands is fire energies. It could be dealing with Aries, Leo or Sagittarius. Next card you have is the Knight of Swords. So like I said, yes, you are capable very much of standing your ground. I mean, people might find that you come across as being quite blunt, and maybe at times they feel that you're a bit standoffish. I don't know, you know, but you're not afraid to speak the truth or express your opinion, you know. And you won't think twice about cutting people out of your life that no longer serve your greater good, that just bring you down, you know. You are very focused. You're very, I think some of you are very much career minded. You want to get on, and you don't want silly petty things getting in your way, you know. You don't want to be stopped. I feel that you have to perhaps work on your communication skills, perhaps find a way to effectively deal with this situation. If it's not to do directly or not related directly to the work, and it's more of a personal issue with these work colleagues, then maybe you can find a way of resolving those issues by talking things out in a more calm and balanced way, and perhaps being a bit more diplomatic in the way you put your point across. Yes, you can be assert yourself, but in a more constructive way, perhaps. I think you are trying to find those ways to do that. I feel that maybe for some of you it might be that you've perhaps got something, maybe a promotion within the workplace that maybe someone else didn't get and they were expecting it, and perhaps that's caused problems between you and your colleague. But I feel that you perhaps have to be wary that you are not looking for something to just, you know, resolve the problem that's just short term. You know, you want something that resolves it in the long term, you know. I feel that maybe there is a need, maybe there's a lot of stress, there's a lot of strain that all of you are under. There's a lot of pressure, you know, lots of things need to be rushed, deadlines need to be met, and that's causing a lot of stress and pressure between you and your work colleagues. I think you have to take responsibility over your actions and how they may impact others. It's not that you are necessarily to blame for all of this. It's, you know, I think you all have a responsibility in this, whoever you're dealing with, you know, whether the fallout is with you both or the group, all of you take responsibility, you know, in their actions, you know. So swords is air energy, so you could be dealing with Aries, Gemini or Libra. Next card you have is the Nine of Swords. So I think some of you are perhaps overthinking about these things, you know, worrying too much, worrying to the extreme. You know, just going over things, over the details of events, words that have been spoken over in your mind. You know, maybe these things are keeping you up at night and not allowing you to have that clarity, that peace of mind, in order to find a way to move on, because it's interrupting your sleep. You're overthinking, over worrying, going over things constantly. You know, yes, you're not, and so yeah, it leaves you not able to find a resolution to your problems and not able to move on. And Swords is air energy again, so you could be dealing with Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Then next you have the Ten of Wands. So yes, it's a struggle. I feel that from mid-June to mid-July, you're going to be definitely feeling a heavy burden from all of this, the stress of the workload, the stress of the friction between you and your colleagues. And, you know, I feel that you're ready to drop all this, ready to move on from this, because you know that in the long run it's not going to lead down to a good path for you, that you're perhaps, you know, because this situation is so intense that you think that, you know, and you've really used all your willpower not to overstep the mark and say things that you'll regret, because you know, you can be very blunt and you're very tempted to tell people what you really think. But yes, you've perhaps been holding back, but you can feel it all bubbling to the surface, like it's going, like you feel like you're going to explode with anger and emotion. So you're really trying to keep it in, you know, what's the word? Keep it under wraps, you know. I think. But you're ready to release all these burdens, all these problems, all this stress, all this worry. And once again is fire energies. You could be dealing with Aries, Leo or Sagittarius. And then the next card you have is the Ten of Cups. And I can't say how relieved I am to see this card come up for you, because there is light at the end of the tunnel. I feel that you will find a way to get through this situation, get through this troublesome period in a very graceful way. This talks about you finding that clarity, you know. And I feel that you've really dug deep to get yourself together, to find a way to express yourself in a way that's not going to make the situation worse, but is going to improve relationships between you and your work colleagues. And I feel as this happens, the production of work flows much more freely and naturally, you know. And maybe for some of you also, with work colleagues have or friends outside of work, I feel that at the end result is that your bond will strengthen, definitely. And I feel that a lot, you know, all these things have come about because you have that determination, that perseverance, that strength, that resilience to make things right. Yes, you've got you can have a temper and you can flare up and be tempted to just blurt things out, but this time I feel that you're going to find a way to deal with things in a more effective way. And in doing that, it just allows you to move on and be at peace, you know, in your mind with the people around you and those bonds, like I said, we will definitely strengthen those friendship bonds. That the way you work with people, they will appreciate you for it and respect you a lot more for the way you dealt with things. And cuts is water energy, so you could be dealing with Pisces, Cancer or Scorpio. So let's see what Nature's Whispers has to offer to your reading. So the first card you have is Pause. So with Pause, I think you, like with your situation, it's saying to assess what's going on, you know, to perhaps to some degree let go of control, you know, let things be a bit more natural in the way they flow, perhaps. You know, resistance creates blocks, and you feel when all these things are going on, all these worrying, stressful things, you know, it does create blockages, and you can't see things clearly in your mind. You can't see a way out of them. And it's also warning you that there may be interference from others, you know, other people that want to get involved in your disputes, you know, and maybe that will make things worse, so be aware of that. But saying, you know, take time out, you know, take time out to, you know, get your head together, you know, to de-stress, to go with the flow and try a new approach. Look at things from a different perspective and you will get the clarity that you need. Then your final card from Nature's Whispers is Renewal of Peace, and I'm really glad to see this card come up, and it's my favourite card. And excuse me, this is all about finding balance in your life, mentally, emotionally, physically and spiritually. And I feel that you are definitely a person that needs to have that balance in your life. No, and it's very important to maintain that balance for you, I think, in order for you to function in a very productive, fulfilling way. So be optimistic, I think is the message here. Listen to your body, listen to what it's telling you, and make time for yourself, you know, to get that balance, because that in the end will make you stronger and help you find that peace and balance that you need. And then apply it to this situation when trying to find a resolution. So I think that ended very nicely for you, Aries. Thank you for joining me at Karina Star Tarot. And before you go, just a quick reminder, please don't forget to hit the like button and to subscribe to my channel. Would really appreciate your support in reaching my target of 1,000 subscribers. So I urge you to subscribe to my channel. Remember, it's free. Also, if you're interested in purchasing a private reading from me, I really recommend it, or donating to this channel. I would really appreciate all the support you can give me there as well. Thank you for joining me at Queen Star Tarot. And if you pick Pile C, stay tuned for Pile C. That will be coming up next. Bye everyone. Hello, welcome back to Karina Star Tarot. So Aries, for those of you that picked Pile C, let's begin your reading. And while I'm doing this, just a quick reminder, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Remember, it's free, and I'm looking to reach a target of 1,000 subscribers. Also, if you're interested in purchasing a private reading from me or donating to my channel, all the links on how to do that are in the description below this video. Also, cross-watchers are welcome to join this reading. So let's begin your reading, Aries. So we're starting with the Two of Pentacles. So I think that you've been juggling a bit with your finances of late. Perhaps you have been really finding it hard to make ends meet. There's not enough to go around, so basically Maybe it's been a case of finding what you need to fork out for that's really necessary. And I feel that you've had to really cut back to the bone in a lot of areas. And I think you're very worried about this, and you're not really sure what to do about it. And it's perhaps causing problems in other areas of your life, with your relationships with people, in your personal relationship with your partner, with your friends, with your family. I think you're worried, and maybe your nerves are a bit frayed. It's a very stressful time, I think, for you in June to mid-July, trying to balance those finances. Some of you, it could be because you did recently lose your job, and so it's really thrown everything up in the air for you. So you're trying to find a way to out of this situation. And Pentacles is Earth energy, so you could be dealing with Capricorn, Virgo or Taurus. Then the next card you have is a Major Arcana card, the Magician. So very good, favourable card for you to have in your deck, because it tells me that there is a light at the end of the tunnel for you. But this situation that you find yourself in is definitely a temporary situation, because you're very inventive, very resourceful, and there is true potential there for you to improve your situation. You know, you've got that spark, you know, and you will pour all your energy into making things improve in your life, to finding ways around this problem. I mean, it's sometimes hard when you're feeling so stressed out financially. It does get you down at times, but you are resourceful and you're trying to find the solutions to your problems. And this card suggests that you will, because you can manifest your desires. You can ask the divine for help. You can ask for divine intervention in your case, because anything is possible. You can make anything happen for yourself. You know, you just got to take that action. You know, be purposeful in your action. Fuel that spark within you, you know, create that positivity, you know, and be specific in what you ask for when you're manifesting. Very specific. You know, magnetize your creative energy and manifest magic. Claim your power back. I'm sure you can make things improve. And that's another one Major Arcana card. Next we got the Four of Wands. So yes, you want to create stability. You just want to feel stable in your life, in your situation. And you know, you've got a lot of backbone. You've got the skills to be able to pull this off, I think. And I think that this says that you will be able to create that solid, stable foundation, and you will start from the ground up. You know, it might take a lot of hard work on your part, but I think that there is light at the end of the tunnel, that you will get there, because you're very focused on building that stability for yourself. And the more you get involved and proceed on this path, I think the more encouraged you feel, and the more positive you become, you know, and the more you want that to be successful, to achieve your dreams, you know. And it makes you start to feel grounded in your mind, your body and your soul. You'll start to feel a little bit more secure inside, you know. Brings out the best in you, I think. Your strong sense of self will enable you to have that peace and acceptance about who you are. And, you know, we're not all perfect, so if you make mistakes along the way, embrace those mistakes that you've made. You're only human after all. and we all learn from mistakes, but don't let those mistakes allow you to give up. You know, just hang in there, keep on working at it. And Wands is fire energy, so you could be dealing with Aries, Leo or Sagittarius. Then the next card you have is the Hanged Woman. So yes, you, like I said, you need to have patience, a lot of patience, and maybe there might be sacrifices that you have to make along the way for a while. You know, sacrificing those little luxuries. Maybe you won't be able to spend so much on luxuries or enjoy that night out so much, or maybe you'd have to forego a holiday, that sort of thing, or purchasing a household item. But you're prepared, I think, to do that because it's in the best interests. You know, you're looking at the, you know, you're not looking at the short term, you're looking at the long term prospects here. You know, you've seen that the big impact that these sacrifices will bring, you know. So I feel that if you practice patience, these opportunities will keep unfolding for you, and you will start to feel that gratification, especially once it all starts paying off and the money starts rolling in. It's more gratifying when you know you've worked so hard for it. And I feel that you will reach your end goal, you know. Sacrifice, remember, small pleasures and invest in your long-term success. That is the key. And Hanged Woman, that's the Major Arcana card. Next card you have is the Sun. This is a real positive outcome for you. This is the card that says you will succeed. You will reach the end of that rainbow. You know, you will have success. There will be a lot of financial security for you in the future, and a lot of growth and prosperity. And of course this card does follow a dark and confusing time, and there's no doubt that you have had a bit of a stressful time finding your way through all your problems. But in working hard and really maintaining your focus and you're being, you know, persevering, you will find the happiness that you seek. You will get those rewards, those financial rewards, most definitely, because this is a very positive card. This card tells me you will feel great about everything, all your accomplishments, and this tells me that you have a lot of great potential in you to succeed, and you definitely will. So a definite yes card for financial growth and prosperity after initially, you know, struggling so much. There's light at the end of the tunnel. And so let's look at the secret language of colour cards and see what colours you've been given. So the first colour you've been given is lemon. So with lemon, you definitely need to, I think, focus on finding, like I said, inventive ways of, and that inspiration, you know. And I feel that having this colour around you, eating lemons, wearing something this colour will help you with that, your inspiration, your intellect. You know, it will fuel your brain to help you, you know, think more clearly. Very empowering. This colour helps you make decisions. It'll boost your memory, and it'll help you if you've got to study in anything, and helps you think outside the box. So it's definitely a colour to have around you. Then the next colour you've been given is apricot. So yes, you're going to work hard. There will be times when you need to take time out. Don't forget to rejoice and laugh, because, you know, after any heavy or burdensome energy, you may be carrying a big, you know, you might be carrying a lot of that because You know, you've had to work really hard, I think. Well, you will be working really hard to try and get yourself out of your financial crisis. And it's a heavy burden and it takes its toll. So you've got to take time out for yourself, you know. And this colour can bring enormous vitality, joy and zest into your life. Can release irrational fears and anxieties. It's a colour of creativity, fun and intuition. So, you know, and it could bring more joy and lightness into your life. So I would not forget to remember to enjoy your life. So don't forget to surround yourself with this colour as well. So that was your reading for Pile C, Aries. I hope you enjoyed it. Just a quick reminder before we go. Please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate your support. Also, if you're interested in purchasing a private reading from me or donating to my channel, then all the links to that are in the description below this video. Finally, I wish you all the luck, Aries. Enjoy all that extra money you're going to be getting, and I will see you very soon. Bye.